The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. Same right. Silver.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Jaguars in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Focus, all right. 11. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
And every time you step on the field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
11.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. looking to put a drive together. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
You look at this Jaguar defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now Lawrence. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
24.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, Lion. Done. It's hot. Sink right. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Hey, Ginger, 13, Lou. Hot.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Josh Hines-Allen there on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half, and that just didn't happen. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Rip, 23. Focus, hot. Go.
Lawrence will throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, run. This side. Go.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Alex
Alex Highsmith, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hey, Lion!
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Go, let's go! Hey, go! Hey, change attack! Silver!
Here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Hey, let's go. Son, hey, kill, 13, Lou. Sink right. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Brings up 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. So he looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around.
Go. Here we go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
11.
First and 10 at the 48-yard
24.
line.
Hey, center. Done. Silver.
Lawrence. Now he's going to step up and run. But I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set.
They'll set up to throw. Drops this underneath for Pollard.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
On the jump.
3rd and 3.
Let's go. 19 Tiger. 19 Lion.
They'll set up a throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Slot man moves right.
18 Rattler.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He'll drop to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
At the 48-yard line.
11.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
16 yards.
Hey, I'm gun.
Jaguars first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, run. Think right. Here we go.
Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags.
A 62-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Folasade American. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 2. He'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
On first down. Complete to number 89. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at their 49-yard line.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Johnson on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing well, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Still going. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Now back to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll drop the throw. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Next to score, Jaguars 31, Steelers 21. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Red on red.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Red, 23. Hey, Soko, it's a hot.
Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Hey, go. Let's go. Silver.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Alex Highsmith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Drops this underneath for Pollard. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You can have the first one for the second one to even matter.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hey, easy. Route. Go.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Lawrence will throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It got his man complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 62 yards. And the Jaguars are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Patrick Queen. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little finger down inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. A short throw there to Strange. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Kent to return. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Soko, hot. Think right.
Now Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary anyway.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
13 loop. Go. Here we go.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.